Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back in Dagorlad with Faramir. You might remember we are trying to get the Wainriders to turn onto Burudagath and his men, so let us see if our attempt succeeded. It is time to see if our ruse has succeeded, Beriathan. Are you prepared? Yeah, please, let us go.
In a desperate bid to rid the wastes of two terrible foes, Faramir, son of Ondoher, has devised a ruse to set the Wainriders of old against the merciless Black Númenorian, Burudagath the Bloodletter.
Let us see how successful we were at this. Alright. Although I have spent many years upon this hill, never once have I raised a weapon against the orcs. They came to regard me as nothing more than some sport of twisted amusement for their master, and in time I began to believe it myself. You have freed me from such delusions, my friend. It may have been folly for me to join the battle long ago, but to flee this fight could bring ruin to Gondor, to my people. Beriathan, we must rid the hill of orcs and leave none but the bloodletter to the Wainriders. If they encounter even one orc that is loyal to him, it may reveal our deception, and that is a chance we can ill afford to take. We must move now. I shall do what I can to aid you. If we are to prevail, we must clear the hill of orcs at once. And thankfully, the man and the spirit are back. Go tell the bloodletter. Thankfully, all these also count for the Slayer deed in Ondoher's Folly, so that should be good. How can I fight a spirit? Spoiler alert, you can't. What do we have here? Mordor Lash Layer. Yeah, let this guy come. Wake up, maggots! You never scared us before. Well, that's irrelevant at this point. On your feet. The bloodletter wants the man alive? Me? Pay attention, you idiots. They're here. There we go. Ah, dear Faramir, have you come to watch more die by my hand? No, I come to challenge you and all of your orcs. After all this time, you still think yourself a warrior. So be it. You are fated to fail, Faramir. Come, my servants. When I took Ondoher's banner, I meant to scorn him in death. How fortunate I was that his fool of a son was cursed to witness it all. How many horrors has your folly visited upon the kingdoms of men, Faramir? How many have fallen because of your selfish desire to prove yourself? It is no matter now. Jeez. Come over here. Master, help us! Worthless, all of you! Slain by their own master, the last orcs fall. Enough of this. Begone, son of Ondoher! What? Warden, you shall regret returning to this place. You have defied my master again and again, but now I shall earn his favor and succeed where so many have failed. Oh. This is not looking good. Submit! Darkness creeps into your vision and you fall to the ground. Alright. Oh. Do not struggle, Beriathan. It shall not avail you. I know much of you, Warden, as I did long before you set foot in this land. The Dark Lord has plans for your pathetic host and his upstart king. I was commanded to let them pass unmolested, and so I did. But when they lie beaten and broken before the Black Gate, my work shall begin anew, and I shall end them here one by one. As for you, die now and consider this my truest mercy. What is this? At the last moment, a familiar chill rushes into the vein as the Wainriders appear. What trickery have you wrought? Answer me, spirit. You cannot conceal your true ancestor beneath dark armor or pallid flesh. Look, coward, you stand beneath the hated banner of Gondor. You and all your peoples are foes of the Wainriders. We have waited many long years for our vengeance. Now we shall have it. Die in shame, Dog of Numenor. What? Why have the Dark Lord spears come for me? You have done my people a great favor, man, and so I shall leave you in peace. Heed this kindness and trouble us no more, else our peace shall be ended. Yeah, how fortunate you are not seeing the white tree on my back. Come, man, we ride to Dol Ahorn and to celebration. How have I failed him? How? No, not more of them. So many dead. Can you not see them, Beriathan? What are you talking about? I killed you all. Stay away from me. All of you, stay away. No! As Burudagath succumbs to his visions of the dead, you're able to break free. What has happened, Beriathan? Yeah, you tell me. I am filled with sorrow that I could not aid you further before the battle's end, Beriathan, but I am glad the Wainriders arrived in time to draw his attention from you. It seems the folly of my past has been answered this day. Perhaps it was once true that my allies were fated to a greater end without my hand in battle, but no more. As I look at my father's banner now, I see the might of a Gondor that once was, and may be again. For all the defilement Burudagath brought upon it, it resisted any final destruction. Gondor itself must now press onward through the darkness in much the same way, it seems. We have won a great victory this day, but I believe it's time I leave this place and its painful memories behind. Go, return to your friends in the ruins and tell them of our victory. I shall see you again soon enough, Beriathan. Thank you. Was nice meeting you, Faramir, son of Ondoher. And glad we were able to defeat the enemy in here. Here is the banner. Of course. Well, the Wainriders didn't see the Eye of Sauron on it, it seems. How fortunate. And yeah, Faramir, before the standard, the banner of his father. Alright. It is done, Beriathan. My father's memory is no longer defiled, and the bloodletter's grip on the wastes is broken. We have won a great victory today. We got back to Untitled for free too. Great. Although we did not achieve such a victory without the loss of some of my men, I am gladdened that our foes shall trouble us no longer before we reach the Black Gate. Who would have thought that spirits might be turned against another evil? You continue to surprise me, Beriathan, though I'd honestly prefer fewer surprises as we approach the Land of Shadow. As for those we lost, they shall be given fitting burials here within Untitled. We are all called to sacrifice in such times, and they served Gondor faithfully to the last. I remain curious why that spirit would linger in such a grim place, but perhaps such things are beyond my understanding. Let us hope your victory is a sign of things to come. A familiar chill passes over you and Amborn as you finish speaking. Hail, Beriathan. I hope I have not frightened your friends, but I felt compelled to stand amongst my own people once more. Who is the captain of this men? You inform Faramir that King Elessar commands the host of the West, but Amborn is the captain of the Rangers of Ithilien who serve within the host. Ithilien. It has been centuries since I traveled these gardens, but their beauty has never faded from my mind. And you, Amborn, you are one of its wardens? Amborn appears stunned by Faramir's remark, but nods. I know not what Beriathan has told you of me, but I am Faramir, son of King Ondoher. I pledge my sword to you, to Gondor, and to the king. Faramir bows deeply before Amborn. If my curse should ever be lifted, it shall be in the service of Gondor. I am honored to have one of the king's line amongst our forces. Faramir, your fate seemed always a tragic one, but perhaps more of it remains to be written in the days to come. My captain shares your name, Faramir, and though he was not well enough to travel with us, I feel a queer hope in your presence. I shall not deny you, son of Ondoher. Gondor has need of you once more. Amber turns to you, his face a mix of awe and amusement. Perhaps now the orcs shall have a good reason to think I had underhunted. Yeah, you're technically right. And you're also technically right in the sense that Faramir, son of Denethor, is not here, but we have his namesake, and that has to account for something as well. Now we'll bring Artamir the relics we found at Dol Amroth. What do you think of this? Oh, Beriathan, what is all this? You explained to Artamir that you recovered a collection of relics from the Hill of Dol Amroth. I would prefer to study these relics in the more well-kept houses of lore, but Untitled shall have to do for now. No, what am I saying? You are perhaps the only one in Untitled who will still look at me, much less speak to me, and I should not belittle a gift unasked for. You are too kind to bring such artifacts to me, especially after how much trouble I have caused you and the Rangers. I think it shall be some time before they let me out of their sight again, but what an adventure it was. Awesome. So, it seems these are all the quests in Untitled. I don't think there's anything else in here. for us. And that means we should proceed now to the Slag-hills and to the final leg of our journey for the Black Gate. Host of the West, we are halfway through basically. I don't know if we will be able to get to respect it, but I really want to get the Mastering Hat under, so I'll see what we can do. And I had forgotten to show you as well that I did take the time to barter all the rep items I had, and I did spread them evenly among all 3 factions. So as you can see here, I'm acquaintance with Host of the West provisions and weapons. I'm already friend with the armor faction. So that was about a third of the total reputation you need to max all of those 3 factions. Not that bad, really, considering I had done all that before ever setting one foot in the Westas. But that grind is a huge one. So it seems for the time being I will still need to keep doing this every once in a while, coming back here for flowers and the like. Now we're gonna silence this gold spammer. Thank you. And now we go to the Slag-hills. We have another quest in here too. Gondor and the ranger camp in the Slag-hills. That's where we're headed now. Okay, broken blades, awesome. Medium bridle, let us take that just in case we need it. All right. We're going close now where we need to be. We had already seen some of the Slag-hills a couple episodes ago, but now we are ready to fully begin our adventures in this place. So first of all, we need to collect a sample of water here. This one should be really... The fetid water is awash with small chunks of slag. We'll need to bring that to Milgamil and tie it under, but first, let us actually discover this camp, as it will make things easier for us. Oh, a ranger cache. We are missing 2 of those. Hopefully, they will be in locations we have not visited yet, so that we don't need to backtrack to find them. But you see, these ranger caches are really easy to find. Aragorn sees you approach and beckons to you. Sure. Do you need my king? Whatever you command.
We have come to it at last.
We have come to it at last, Beriathan. Climb to the top of the Slag-hill and look to the south. What waits for us at the Black Gate of Mordor? We'll find out soon enough. Talk to Gondor. Yeah, we have reached the camp. Luckily, there is a stable master in here,
sometimes indeed,
which we are gonna take. So, word that you were traveling with the host of the West was true after all. Truly, I am glad you're here, but it is not I who I am in. But it is not I who I am in need just now. Yeah, thank you. I have been keeping watch upon the foes in Dagorlad while Thurindul keeps watch upon the Slag-hills. Go speak with him, and in haste. for the situation in the Slag-hills is dire indeed. I am not surprised to see you here, my friend. You and I always find ourselves at the front of the action, it seems. What Gondor told you is true. Things look grim here. Foes blanket the hills around the Moranon. Sharp eyes keep watch from every vantage, and sharper blades are ever ready to strike. Never mind the danger to you or I. What I fear is that such numbers may harry and assail the host so that it arrives before the gates not in full force, but in tatters.
Let us help you bring glad tidings, friend.
The odds may be great against us, but it does not mean that I am ready to give up. I have a plan that will allow us to traverse the hills unnoticed. Search the Slag for any black powder. There may be some within the rubble, thrown out the gate from the scrap mount of Udun.
Will you help bear my burden, friend?
I fear many strong enemies gather all around us. I must scout the encampment west of here. Would you divert the eyes of the enemy in the Slag-hills while I learn more about the encampment to the west? We shall meet here afterwards, and I will share with you what knowledge I have gained. Okay, this is supposedly a fellowship quest. But I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, this will eventually lead you to a fellowship area, but not just now. So maybe that's just some sort of warning for the players, like, no, you are getting yourself into a fellowship quest line. But before we start looking for all this, let us actually go back to Ondoher, bring all these samples to Milgamil, and let's see what she has to say, and then we'll continue. Ugh, what is that horrid smell? You eagerly hand a pile of slag water to Milgamil. This is hardly water at all. Look, Beriathan, it has little bits of something floating all about in it. None of that will do, but let me see the mushrooms and the pouches of soil you gathered. Yes, these are lovely. The soil is thin and unhealthy, but it clings to life. And these mushrooms, I do not know if anything could stop them. Come now, we have to attempt to crossbreed them with a plant of Ithilien. That's right, Beriathan, we are going to try to crossbreed the plants of the Wastes with those of Ithilien. Even if the Wastes never recover, we can save their unique plants and grow them within Ithilien if they are of need to us. I have set up 3 planting boxes around this chamber, and I would first have you fill half of them with soil you gather from the battle plane. I have already filled one half of each with soil from Ithilien. Next, you should plant my samples of oxlip, pitchlink, and horsetail alongside these hardy mushrooms you discovered. This way, we shall see if they can live alongside one another in each variety of soil. I may still have a use for the slag water you brought me, but that can wait. Okay, I'm getting curious now. What do you have in mind? Oh, wonderful! Now then, I'll add a splash of this sticky water you brought to one of them, and we can observe the results. Milgamil walks to the central planting box and appends the vial of slag water. There! Now let us see what happens. Okay, just gotta wait a minute for this. In the meantime, we can check here on our box if we have anything, any task items that might be of use to us. All these things are recipes we already know. We'll need to sell them and get rid of this. Okay, let us sit while we wait. Couple extra pictures, because why not? The slag water begins sipping out of newly formed cracks in the planting box. Perhaps a minute was too long. Look! The slag water has eaten right through the planting box. The others do not appear to have had such a reaction though, and that is heartening. I do not know if the Wastes can ever truly be healed. but I am certain they cannot while the enemy still looms ahead. Go, rejoin your company. I shall tend to this and see them safely transported away from these lands. If you ever find yourself in Minas Tirith again after this war, I am certain I shall have much to tell you. Really looking forward to it too. So we have completed the wrapper for the herbalism quests once again, which is nice. Making good progress there. Now Milgamil. I don't remember if we get to talk to her again after the War of the Ring is over in Minas Tirith. Maybe we do. What I do remember, and maybe you do as well, is Milgamil is the herb master that you talked to during the Spring Festival to begin the Anarlosic quest line. And there, I mean, it's a nice throwback because as you travel with Milgamil through Ithilien and through the Wastes, you get to see how she comes to realize the folly of his master Galathir and distances herself from him. But now, during the Spring Festival, you meet some other herbalists from Gondor who were just like her, so full of Galathir's theories and everything. So it was a nice throwback in my opinion. It's a very fun quest line to do, and you can find it here on the channel as well in case you want to take a look at that. Now we are just gonna master in the camp of the host. I don't think we're gonna take our milestone out of the hide under just yet, and we're actually going to do just that whenever we need to come back to the camp in the Wastes, and that is mastering in the camp of the host and getting the stable master
Gondor
to the Slag-hills. So there we go. There we go. Now, search Ravel for black powder. And these are the foes we need to defeat in the Slag-hills for Kandor's quest anyway, so we will be doing just that. You'll find nothing of use here. Nothing of use here. Okay. Some black powder, awesome, thank you. Nothing of use here, oh god. Okay, so we need to find more Ravel for the black powder, but I don't see it now. I think we're gonna wait a little bit longer before we climb the Slag-hill to advance the epic. Just a little bit. So in the meantime, let's keep looking for Ravel and enemies. Ravel, okay. Nothing of using here. Oh, come on. Is there a task board in here? No? What a shame. Because we're getting a lot of task items that we could use for the Host of the West. You come here. Some more black powder, great. Why are you not dying? Nothing here. Shouldn't be this hard. Nothing of use here. Oh, come on. Nothing of use here. This really is taking longer than it should. Okay, we are narrowing it down. That's cool. Nothing here. Yeah, not surprised. Okay. We have all the black powder, and we just need to defeat 3 more of these guys. Okay, so now let us check this. Warden Spear, because why not? Prismatic carapaces, bubbling goo. Piles of reeking filth. Alright, we still not have enough for a full 10 task turn in, but we're getting there. Just gotta keep fighting some of these guys. I reckon we will get enough of those eventually. Ah, excellent. Yes, this powder is just what we need. I suppose you would like to know what this plan entails then.
Will you help bear my burden, friend?
The plan is simple. We shall use the waste of Mordor against them. You see, this black powder is unrefined and will not explode when it comes into contact with flame. Instead, it will burn away and produce a thick haze. If we add this powder mix to the Orcish campfires found near the Towers of the Teeth, our movements should be masked by the haze. This will only work if we work swiftly. Are you with me? Yeah, sure.
Let us hope you bring glad tidings, friend.
While you are out among the Slag-hills, would you be kind enough to survey the enemy strongholds of Karkost, Narkost, and the Moranon? It is imperative that we have the latest movements of the enemy. The gap in the hills east of here is known as Lang-Ruven. The entire pass is now blockaded and controlled by the Easterlings. Many Easterlings gather there and continue to come through the pass to the west that eventually heads towards Rune. I hope that you will be able to call upon your allies as they will be needed to thwart the encampment at Lang-Ruven. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be the Fellowship quest line. Lang-Ruven. And these quests come in groups of 3. And it's located in here, of course, as you can see. Maybe I'll do it. How much reputation does this give?
Hear my plight.
700 reputation. So that is about 6,500 of rep if we're able to do it all. Which, I mean, might work. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do all the solo quests in the Wastes. And after we finish that quest line, we see how much rep we need to get to Respected with Host of the West to get the Master to hide on there. And if needed, I'll go to Lag-Ruven and see how far I can go. What I can do there. And if I can... how much of that I can do on my own. Do we climb? Yeah, just a moment. Let me check first the towers, the 2 towers of the teeth. And these are the orc encampments where we can add the black powder mix. Smoky haze. Yeah. I thought that was gonna be a little bit more smoky, but anyway. Discover Fushaum Gund. Okay. If the orcs at Fushaum Gund were to rally before the Host of the West even reached the Black Gates, they could cause a rout that would upset Aragorn's plan. Perhaps by destroying the horns and other possessions needed for a rallying cry, this risk could be averted. You find the enemy encampment of Fushaum Gund is densely populated with the orc forces of Mordor. Perhaps thinning their numbers will help the rangers in the Slag-hills. Yeah, sure, why not? And this. Host layer of Fushaum Gund. Okay. We're gonna leave this locked in here. You have intercepted an orc bearing orders from Mordor, meant for Easterlings at the Lag-Ruven encampment. Perhaps more orcs within Fushaum Gund are carrying additional orders. Perhaps. And we have the Slayer Deed. We need to defeat 50 of them. Okay, we can do that. And tools. There are also tools to be found here. Oh, yeah, this is for the quest we already got. Okay. Okay. Let us move on. Oh, we can enter the Towers of the Teeth from here? Can we do that? The entrance to the tower seems to be guarded by the entire orc encampment. Well, I don't think we need to actually enter there. Yeah. Survey the Tower of Carcass. Oh no, we do need to enter there. But let us actually finish first with the camp. What we need to do inside this camp. that's one overseer. Here we have another one. Cool. Okay, we remove this, show the orders to Thurindol, defeat the overseer. One more overseer is what we need. We're chasing here. You have defeated many orcs in Fushamgund. This should reduce their numbers around the Slag-hills. Destroyed battle horns. Okay, what else do we have here? Forgotten orders, we need to show to Thurindol. And add powder mix to the orc fire pits. Alright, yeah. There are no more orc fire pits around this camp, so we can just ignore that. Just gotta find 2 more tools. And then we'll survey the tower. Okay, no. This I already got. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Stop it with these arms. Hate them. Hate them so much. There are even trolls in here. Here we go. You have taken it upon yourself to destroy many battle horns and tools of the orcs at Fushamgund. This should leave the forces gathered here too disorganized to assail the host of the west while on the march. Alright. Now, let us enter the tower. Are there any quests inside the tower? Discover Karhost. There should be. But I cannot start that quest for whatever reason. Elite foes layer of the Towers of the Teeth. Okay. What does that mean? Defeat many foes in the Towers of the Teeth. 100 of them? Yeah. Expected as much. Oh, you know what? I'm not entirely sure. Don't remember too well, but I think there is a hidden passage between Karhost and Narhost. An underground passage, actually. Not hidden. Pretty easy to find if you know where to look. Just trying to remember where to go in order to find that passage. This is gonna take a while. Oh, come on. Stupid disarms. Yeah, that'll show you. Seriously, I have totally forgotten my way around here. Oh, that's the place. Okay, so we're getting a lot of items in here. Wanna make sure that we're not missing anything good. Armor scrap, no. Covered Narcost. Alright, but it's not advancing the quest. Where do I need to go to get credit for it? Missed it. Okay. Yeah. You want a piece of me? Come and get it. God's sake. Oh, these guys are not laughing matter. Would you please die? I'm not even sure I'm where I need to be for this. Yeah, it seems I didn't actually need it to enter these towers. What a shame. Yeah, God. I'm not supposed to be in here. I think I got to the point where these guys are really too strong. Were it not for my allies, I would be dead. So, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to the Slag-hills and regroup. And maybe find out where am I supposed to go, because it seems this is not it.
These are troublesome times indeed.
But we can turn in this quest with Thurindol, so let us do it. Orders to Langreuven from the enemy? You would do well to show this to Gondor. He has been keeping an eye on the growing number of Easterlings on Dagorlad's western edge. Let me see these orders. Gondor takes the orders from you and briefly looks them over. I cannot make out most of this text. It does not seem to have been written by any orc. This issue from Mordor, doubt it not. I will need to spend more time looking them over. Hopefully I am able to decipher something of use from them soon. Hopefully. Gondor divine something of their purpose? Good. I hope you will know more of their meaning soon. We cannot wait, however. There are many other present matters to which we must attend. Yeah. And I'm on it. but not there yet. Let me actually reforge. No. Here, the Forge Master. Let me reforge all my items.
Fast against the enemy.
Alright. Okay, we're ready now to continue our adventures, but that will be part of the next episode as we have run out of time for today. So once again, thank you for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.